Alright, so for mine. Of course, now I try to escape.
Huzzah.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Welcome to Natural One. And if you're joining us right now, this second, it's crazy how fast you got on. But if you're not, if you're watching the replay, thank you. We are going to do a very, very, very brief recap of what's been going on. Okay, real quick. These guys, they were slaves. Now they're not slaves. They escaped through the Underdark, and there was a big problem with that, and they fought a lot of people. Go watch the episode. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Being so lazy.
Yeah, don't you have like 12 hours to watch? But seriously though, it's a lot of good content in there, a lot of fun stuff. But there was a lot going on. In the Underdark, they ended up being hunted by this Yuan-Ti race. Sorry, that was probably really loud and annoying. Let me quickly snap this on. Okay. Alright. Anyway, so they were in the Underdark running from the Yuan-Ti that they escaped from, and it was very terrifying. Underdark is. They ended up escaping through a tunnel. Sorry, not tunnel. I was thinking portal, but you know, tunnel portal, same thing.
Kind of close.
Except they went to the astral plane, and then from the astral plane they ended up in a dwarven city called Nokrashel, and that's where they met Alara. She was hanging out in a forbidden section of the library, looking for some books to ancient texts to destroy a race that had. Well, you guys don't know this yet, but that kidnapped her father, and it happened to be the same people that they just escaped from. They want revenge. She wants to free her father. They're meeting together, and in the event of meeting together, they kind of got thrown into this whole debacle with the family. Darash was the head of the household, and he told them, after the next day, he told them that he had a son that was kind of upset, and he was going to go get blood and to return a stone that was apparently like a family heirloom or something like that. Didn't give them a lot of information, but they wanted to help out their gracious host, who pretty much freed them from a very painful jail from destroying ancient texts. But, well, you know, I mean, it wasn't their fault. They just appeared there. And she appeared there as well, but she just lied. And they're just kind of keeping her around because she's been extremely useful.
I didn't say anything. I didn't lie.
She didn't say anything, but she could have. But it was just kind of by omission, by being around. So anyway, the point is of the whole thing is that...
Never directly asked me.
It's true.
And then they didn't rat me out.
And so it all worked out for everyone's best.
You're our buddy. We don't need to rat you out.
Oh, by the way, we have new phones, so it kind of fits a little bit better. Shalom. Yeah. Thank you for being on, the Ginger Man. I think I've seen you around my channel before, so thank you. I'm really sure I've seen you around. It's a very familiar name.
He's been on.
You've been on a few of our lives, so thank you. But anyway, so now they are in a situation, a little sticky wicket. They decided to go and do a Oceans 4, and they ended up like getting into the state of this family, and it went pretty well. She misty stepped past this like field that no one knew about. It would just look like an end of a hallway. She got through to the vault by kicking down the door, even though she has burglar tools, but she was just like, you know what, doors, screw doors, and she got right through it. And it's okay because they didn't hear it, because they were all having a party downstairs, and it turns out our resident warlock, who was shape-shifting himself into putting on the disguise of a dwarf, he found Darash there, and he had no idea what was going on. He never ordered them to do anything of the sort, and his son has been dead for years. Bum, bum, bum. He's the only one that knew this, because they have these rocks that they got from some Githyanki down in the Underdark that are kind of like walkie-talkies. They show up from time to time. Anyway, he found out that Darash was alive, that the guy next to him, this dwarf, was not his son, because his son was dead. They ended up capturing what they found out to be. She was able to do a kind of a lore check on it. Found it was a doppelganger. Odeon came back.
Was it me?
Yeah, it was you. I just rewatched the whole episode.
Oh.
And
Remember.
I have to do it, because if I don't, I'm like, what happened? Very nice, yes, I have. That is just absolutely bonkers. Okay, I'm here. They're streaming again. Yay. I know it's been so long. It really has. Yeah. We're trying to get back into it. By the way, next week we're going to be gone. But the week after we're going to be back, and we're going to have Cameron again. He was Castle in the episode that they escaped. Spoilers if you haven't watched that. They escaped, guys. It's been a while.
With the help of Castle.
With the help of Castle. They couldn't have done it without him. And so he's going to be around, not this next week, but the week after. Should be. Anyway, what happened? We had a baby. That's what happened.
He might be asking like what he said was bonkers.
Oh. What happened? You haven't missed anything yet. We're just explaining the past. So if you just are showing up now,
recap.
We're recapping real quick. Now we're here. They found out that the doppelganger was working for someone because they tried to find a brothel. They couldn't, but they did find a tavern, kind of / inn. They just threw some money at an innkeeper, and he's like,
Why
"Sure."
were we looking for a brothel?
What?
We were just looking. That was the word that came to mind. But we were looking for like an inn to hide,
bunkers.
So we went beach.
basically.
Oh.
It was basically a place they wouldn't search for him, but then we realized we were
right.
thinking too hard because
Right.
they weren't searching for anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Until they realized that.
We are now in a
Stuff's
dwarven
gone.
city, the main dwarven city called
Yeah, but
Nograshal. This is
I
the
don't know
homebrew
if I
world.
took it.
If you
Yeah, we
want to
don't know
find
about
out
that.
more about these worlds, I do have. I'll put a link in the description after the video's over, so you can go through the whole homebrew that I'm working on right now. Anyway, Nograshal is the main city of the dwarves. They transported there. They went through a portal, so they're kind of close to where they were before, but they're gathering supplies. They want to go down and kill some people, and it's going to be revenge, and it's going to be beautiful, and they deserve to die. So these guys are now backtrack. They are going to get. There was a trap that was going to get sprung on them by a demon that's been hunting them since episode 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And now they know that the doppelganger's been working for him, and that the trap was going to be set. That Darosh wasn't actually Darosh. He was at the party. He wasn't even near the house. So they're going to go try to, or at least that's what they said. I don't know if they end up doing it, because nothing really goes the way you plan it. But they now know where he is, and he doesn't know that they know. So that's, they might get a jump or they might escape. Who knows? Anyway, thank you for joining. Let's get started. I'm sorry, I hit your leg, my love. All right. Last I remember, they were in the Underdark. Yeah, it's been a little bit. Not by much. We seriously have only done like 2 episodes since the
Yeah,
Underdark.
2 or 3.
So you haven't really
Not
missed
much has
anything.
happened.
And it's
Yeah.
only like an hour or 2 episodes. So if you want, you can just recap those. They're pretty easy.
Yeah.
Anyway, we just cut the head off. No, wrong. We did not. You shoved a knife in his temple.
That's right. That's right.
There's a dead doppelganger, and you left. You guys just left the body there. So
Did we?
yeah, and the innkeeper said, "Don't come back," and you said,
That's
"We
right.
won't."
That's right.
And and then
Yep.
that's where we left off. So
So
you're now in the street.
had we intended to go to Darosh's estate? Is that what we're doing?
That well, I mean, you were thinking about it, and Odeon, as you just asked that question, as you're stepping out, Odeon comes out and says, "Well, here's the thing. They know we're here, but they don't know that we know where they are, and that they're set a trap for us. So
That's
we,
right,
We could
that's
either
right.
we could either run and escape now, or we can go after them.
Mm.
Didn't we decide that we wanted to just go after
Get
them?
the-
and just
Because we
the
did need
surprise.
demon blood
Didn't-
for the ritual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I brought that up, didn't I?
You
bring
did.
that up?
You did.
Mhm.
Bring that
It's
up.
2 birds, you know. Kill the
Yeah.
guy that's been hunting them forever.
That
Mhm.
sounds good to me. I don't know.
What is small human's name? Oh,
That one.
her name is Mina. Anyway, so we was like, which one? Are you talking about my wife? She's like 5'1" almost.
In the video, you're the small human. So.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm further away. Perspective. I'm terrible at distances. It's because of my eyes. Anyway, so he says that, but that.
Yeah. So do we suspect that they are at Darosh's estate?
Well, that's what the doppelganger said, is that they would kill him, and he didn't want to reveal any information. But what he did say is that if you were to go to Darosh's place, that's where they would be. They were trying to get you back there to bring the stone, because you were supposed to go get the stone and come back. But if you brought the stone and come back, he said the trap was there.
Oh, okay. So I don't know that we have the stone. Did you ever roll? Not the. Did you ever try to figure out what it was?
I think I did, but I think I rolled.
I think you rolled low for it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Can I reveal? I'm going to reveal that I have the stone.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to reveal that I have the stone and then try to do another, arcane?
Yeah, it'd be Arcana. Anytime you're looking at something that's magical and you're trying to
Okay.
determine what it is, you use Arcana check.
Okay, so I have the stone. I lied.
Oh, you're letting me know. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I'm letting everyone know.
She hid it from.
I
Makes
felt
sense.
like it was a weird situation, and I thought that I would just take
And Lana
it just
says,
in
"Oh,
case.
good. I was worried that we didn't even do that."
But, you know, I just took it, and I'm glad I did, but I'm glad I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
So,
who knew there was a
Yeah,
doppelganger
yeah.
amongst us?
Okay. See, that's what happened.
Well, I'm also looking at
Oh,
it.
good.
Well, you gaze at the
'Cause I rolled a
stone.
4.
You gaze at the stone, and it just seems like a
Plus
gray
5,
stone.
which is a 9.
But remember, again, as you touch it, it kind of sends you a little a little electrical shock, as if
Oh.
something near you had been struck by lightning, and the residual effect had hit you.
I rolled a 15.
Oh,
Okay.
good. Thank goodness.
So-
Because I'm like, I've been holding this
So, are
for
you
the whole
taking it from her
time.
to inspect it, or what are you kind of doing with it?
I'm looking at it. I mean, I'm trying to perceive.
Okay, so well, as you pick it up, that's actually a fairly high roll. You pick it up and you look at it. You actually see not just you see past the stone after a few minutes of looking at it. The training you've had in your up in Zast and your like crazy hardcore training. Some of your studious, more academic roles, you were able to determine different magical effects.
Okay.
It seems as if someone cast a spell directly on the stone, and now that stone is holding a spell. And it seems the spell that it's holding, judging on the effect that it's giving you a little bit, is indeed some form of very powerful electric,
So
either
it's-
an attack
Lightning
or
storm.
it's almost it's almost as if someone caught a lightning bolt inside the stone, and it's
Oh.
currently taking resonance. so
it's like a one-off.
yeah, it almost seems like, and you've heard of stones before that can hold spells that you can use at later dates. So if you use this, maybe you could store another spell in there that offhand. Say you don't use all your spells during a day, someone can put a spell in there to use.
Interesting.
I don't know. That's kind of what you get from it. It's probably a bomb.
Probably.
Okay, what characters are here now? Oh, that is important to know.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Odeon the Warlock, who is a Hexblade. All of these are from Xanathar's Guide to Everything, because that book came out when I was making this, and I just love every class. And he is a Horizon Walker,
Yep.
Ranger.
Yep.
She is a Fighter class Arcane Archer, which is so cool. And Alana, who is an NPC, and always has been, is a Cavalier, and she's Fighter class. And then that is it currently. Oh, Cry. I'm sorry. Cry is his twin brother.
Right.
He is a monk, Sun Soul. So he's able to do like radiant things and like channel things from the sun, which kind of sucks when you're Underdark. It was kind of like,
Yeah.
help. All right. Anyway, that's who's here. Thank you for asking that. It's a stone of reserve. That's a good way to put it. Yes.
Okay.
So I probably would ask Odeon to probably handle it.
Put it in his bag.
Well,
And-
either him plan on using it, or just I think he's the person to have handle this type of item.
Fine.
Well, he's kind of the magic user. He handles it carefully and holds it, and then gingerly places it into the bag of holding.
I just want to, like, was the whole point of it just for us to get caught stealing?
Or is it
did
a
they
trap?
really want us to bring the
Yeah.
stone to them?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell about anything right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't take it out.
I'm loving all the comments, guys.
Okay. All right. So did we decide that we are going? We're going to the manor back there.
I think
right?
so.
Is that what we're
It's
gonna
either
do?
that or continue being chased.
We can
Okay.
absolutely leave. Odeon says they will hunt us particularly. Odeon, and they both drew cards from the trickster who
It was
gave him really bad cards at
was
the
the
time.
like the hell something? Hellfire.
All right, let's see if we can get past the door today. All
Right.
doors are going to be kicked in.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I thought about it.
By the way, if the phone dies during, we're going to be back on in like a second. So if like halfway through it dies, we're just going to switch. Okay?
Okay.
so
All
don't
right.
freak
Let's
out.
get going.
All right.
Okay. So
We're still in the
go.
street discussing things.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Many dwarves are passing and wondering what these people are
Should
doing.
we maybe go a different direction, or try to maybe sneak into the house rather than go through the front door, or do we just pretend, like
Huh?
this is what we
Odeon
we fell
says
for the
at
trap.
this moment, he looks at you and says, "They don't know who you are."
They don't.
They don't know you'd be coming with us. The
Well,
only
wait.
one that knew was dead.
Oh, that's. Was he?
The doppelganger.
He's assuming, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just speculating.
Oh, so you're okay. Just throw me in there.
Well, I mean, if you're coming along, then by all means, come stealthily. We go in and perhaps you get somewhere at advantage and start using that new bow that the trickster gave to you.
Okay.
Just a thought. That's just my opinion. But also, we could just go in blasting. I mean, they won't expect us to come in that way.
But the thing, okay, here's another thing that we need to think about. Is everybody in the household, part of this, or like, is it really the dwarf's wife? Like people, like, you know what I mean?
Do we have any way of like outing
Exactly.
people who are
yeah.
disguised?
Because we don't want to accidentally kill like his whole family.
Right. You're all doppelgangers. To answer your question, all spells, including Xanathar's. So, let me see. Odion's thinking. He's thinking a lot. He's thinking perhaps, but then again, no. He can do something. He believes he can counter spells if they're cast during our visit, and he senses them. But if they're already disguised, he doesn't know if he can do it at the moment.
Hmm.
So how many demons are following you?
At least one.
One is all we know. We heard
then,
our
so
names,
this
and it was
demon-
very upset.
So this demon employs other things to help him.
Possibly.
Okay, like he did with the
And
doppelganger.
at this
So there
moment,
could be more.
Which
than-
means he's probably a higher level demon if he's hiring out work.
right? We don't know. We don't know what he looks like, what his name is at all.
Wait.
Odion then at this
So
moment says,
glad
"I've been meaning to tell you about the ritual."
Oh yeah.
So the moment I knew that we were going to be hunted, I remember reading in an ancient text in El Jadra that there is a ritual that can hide you from demons, gods, and anyone who could possibly use any magic to scry or see you. You become invisible to all. However, you are Asimar, and that would put a little damper on your connection. However, you would be free men. No longer being told what to do. That is a option in the future, but if there's demons hunting us or we're trying to get down to El Jadra, and let me tell you, these people, these Yonti, they do not mess around. They will know we're coming. So if we're going to successfully go down and assassinate the Brotherhood, we are going to need to be invisible.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's reversible, but every spell I've ever heard of or curse can be reversed. Even death itself.
Okay, so I think.
Let's not confront them.
Okay.
I don't know. It seems to me like we'd be running in there blind and not knowing how many enemies we have,
Exactly.
how many innocents we might be trying to
So
kill.
should we just leave?
I think that's probably the smartest thing.
Okay.
Odion says, perhaps we should warn Darush that his house has been completely overrun by demons. Who knows how many are in there? It was a very good point.
Maybe the doppelganger lied about the whole thing. Maybe he wanted us to just go slay the whole house.
That's a good point. He may not even be knowing about any demons. He just said there was a trap. We might just be assuming.
Yeah.
Can read some comments real fast. It's going insane, okay? When a trickster gives me something, I'd probably not trust it in a pinch. Well, here's the thing. The trickster, the faceless one, is the patron of our warlock. So he kind of has to be around. And every time a new person comes to the group, he loves to slow down time or stop it altogether and make them draw cards. And it's always the deck that...
But I got a good one.
She got a great one. She got one that gave her an oath bow.
And then we went up a level.
Went up a level immediately. So they pulled out a demon.
Yeah.
Cry
I got a bow.
pulled out a gem that we ended up bribing guards with. It could be bad and it could be great. Trickster is not someone... He just likes to play, and he'll show up here and there. He's messed up. Kill them all and light the house on fire. But yes, non-detection is a great spell. Find something to give you true vision. Nah, man, true seeing is 6th level. All right, you guys do your thing.
All right.
I will read when I can.
So we're just gonna leave.
I
an
have
option.
a lot of travel supplies. I think we're okay to leave town.
Then let's just do it.
You do too. You have
Um,
5 days of provisions.
Oh yeah, you wrote.
Keep
down my
speaking.
stuff.
I am
Yeah,
looking
alright,
for
then
some.
let's
I bought
just
some
go.
for the whole group.
I mean, I.
Can we at least send a message to Darosh, the true,
That there's possibly.
that there's probably demons in his house
Alright,
and his
well-
wife is
Do,
probably dead.
Do the dwarves have like messenger boys, dwarves that are running around?
Yeah.
Make a perception check where you're at. You're in the street currently.
That's between a 10 and an 8.
This is your backpack, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
13.
13?
She's
15.
wide awake.
15.
Yeah.
All right, so as you look around, you do see that there's a few young dwarves just kind of hanging out outside. Not totally drunk yet. It is early evening, but I mean, it takes a lot. So,
Okay. So anybody have pen and paper?
like in the game,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if any of us are
Well, we
carrying
did.
parchment.
We had from what the one guy gave us. The doppelganger gave us a note. Remember?
Did he? I don't remember.
Yeah, a message.
I just recently watched. Oh, he did.
Oh, yeah.
That's so true.
So just write on the back of it.
Yeah.
Cross that out. and
No,
write on the
leave
back.
it there. That's proof.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Okay, so on the back of that, who is writing it, and roll persuasion.
I guess.
Because
I
you're
will.
writing it, you're trying to write a letter to Darosh.
Well, and you
Do not
speak
go home. Your
Dwarven,
wife might be
especially.
captured and dead, and
I rolled a 6.
right away.
I mean, 8 with my bonus. So
You believe it's confidently that it's very strong.
so
It doesn't have to be eloquent to be true.
So, in essence, I'm going to say, Darosh, you have imposters in your court. Very many of the people in your home may not be actual dwarves. I promised the delivery boy 2 coppers upon delivery of this letter.
All right, well, go talk to the dwarf.
Right.
There's a group of dwarves. You don't know which one. You actually,
Yeah.
Here, just go do that.
So, yeah, I'm going to approach the dwarves and say, you there, messenger.
And the one
There's a group of them.
the one in particular that you locked eyes with, most of them weren't even looking in your direction, but one saw you walk up and you said, "Hey, messenger." He looks up at you and says, "You talking to me?
Well, you're a messenger, aren't you?
Do I look like a messenger to you? I'm all covered in soot."
Okay.
Look, I don't know where you're from, Outlander, but most messengers aren't covered in soot. They have royal writs and everything all about them.
I have an important message for Darosh. You're familiar with him, who he is.
Who in the fires of hell is that?
You don't know who the nobles are of the city?
Oh, do you think I brush with different nobles? I don't care about nobles.
Tell me where I can find a messenger.
Depends on what you're willing to pay.
I will give you...
How about we intimidate?
All right, roll intimidation. Tell me what you say.
I hate the rolling. Can I just do it? Yes. Okay. Perfect. I got an 18. 18. Yes.
All right, what do you say to him?
And I just say like,
By the way, you're much taller than him.
yeah. And I'm an elf.
Looking down at him.
So
Yeah, that's true. You are
and
now.
so he said, "What will you? How much you will pay me?" And I'll just say like, "How about we let you live?"
Oh, snap. This elf does not mess around. All right, so
We're in a hurry.
he
and
looks
don't
over at
appreciate
you,
your snark.
and he looks you over real quick and sees that you're done for war. You've got bows, you got a bow, arrows, and you've got a nice sword at your belt. He believes you wholeheartedly, and yes, I'll go right now. And the other dwarves start kind of like backing away a little bit. Some are looking around as if they're looking for guards to protect them, but no one's around at the moment.
Is he agreeing to go to Darosh's estate? Oh, okay. Alright.
So he's going to the state.
Or to Darosh. I guess
No,
he was
we,
at the
we
party.
tell him that
He was at the
where
party.
he was.
Yeah.
He was at that party at that. And you go and just
Give
find
him give him the letter.
that it's a matter of life and
Yeah,
death.
he's at the Valgard estate.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
Okay.
Odion
And-
says, "Yes, please do not go to Darosh's estate."
Go
Warning
to
them.
that party.
Yeah. By the way, this is where we're going.
Okay. All right. So I feel good now because we told them, and if
Are
that
you
doesn't
writing a
happen, then
song?
that's
what is going on over here?
So let's just leave.
I'll read all
Yeah.
these afterwards.
Let's head towards the cave.
So the dwarf scurries.
wonder.
The
Oh,
young
that's right,
dwarf
we
scurries
still have
off.
to
He
do that.
barely even has a patch of beard, but he runs off and he knows exactly where he's going. He knew who Darash was. He was just. You could tell he was just being reluctant and belligerent.
And he wanted money. So what did you call the
Filthy shim grubbing dwarf.
Which
Exactly.
was voted the #1 statement of the last one. It's a good one. All right, so
Well, it's been true so far.
all right,
Once
so
again.
you have provisions. They have provisions.
Yeah.
So we're going to the cave
And I
because
have rope.
we need the feathers
Angel feather.
from the angel wings.
Yes. Well, Darash did say that he knew where it was. However, Odeon already knew where it was,
Right.
and he
Right.
was. That's why he wanted to go to Nakashal in the first place.
Yeah.
But he didn't know how to get here, and it just so
Plus, the
happened-
guy that we were hunting
Yes.
was last known to have gone that direction.
Yes. And Odeon says there'll be plenty of chance to get demon blood in the future, I'm sure, if they're setting traps for us.
Yeah.
The Ginger Man, what are you writing? Just like a song, I swear. It said verse 1, so I assume it's a song. Or a really long poem. Thanks, I'll read it after. I just can't right now.
Okay, so we know which way to go for the cave.
Odeon knows.
You don't
Okay.
have to leave anywhere. Oh, it's a song. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Alright, so just go. Everyone's just leaving right now. We're just walking.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I
See,
understand
when you
what's
say
going
it
on.
like that,
Well,
it's like,
I don't-
was
not
there something
walking,
else?
I mean-
No, I'm like...
Brisk. I mean, hightail it out because we got
Yeah.
demons on
Okay.
our tails.
Yeah.
Well, I guess then there's options.
We're
So we could either go. All right. So here's the thing. We're going south, right? Here's the city. I drew it. Part of the city. The part of the city you're in. If you head north. So you're about right here. So if you head north, you can get out. But this is a tunnel that leads through. It's kind of like a shaft that heads out for quite a while. Because remind you, you are in the mountains.
This is all underground.
It's
that's
all
right, we're
underground.
underground.
However,
Now I want to get out of here. I don't
yeah.
like being underground.
Yeah.
okay, so you could head north, which is a direct route. It'll take you under, but then around. If you go south, it'll lead up, but the mountain pass, Odeon says, isn't exactly always safe, but then again, neither is underground. Since they kind of have tunnels, and I'm all fed up with being underground, I personally do not want to go underground again, ever in my life.
But if we go through the mountain, is that still going to bring us to where we need to be?
It kind of goes down to this mine shaft area that it kind of is a tour through the mining area. It is safe. It is more covered with dwarves, but then again, what is safe underground? Because a bullet could come through the ground, which is a big, large digging creature that can just burrow through and just mess up your whole day. There's all sorts of stuff, but mountain pass is equally dangerous. Nothing is truly safe in the world, but
All right.
it all depends on your preference. Do you
Well,
prefer
I
to
just
be
want to
outside
make sure
or
that
under?
we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
I-
Well, the north
Yeah.
ends up out eventually. It goes underground. To
and
the
north
caves.
is under the ground. Okay, well then let's not go there.
We are currently wanting to go south because that is where
Oh.
the desert
Why don't we go that
begins.
way? We don't want to go underground and we want to go south.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying the north goes north and then curves around
the
through the
north
mountains.
goes north. You mean the tunnel?
It eventually,
I mean, the what?
sorry,
Yeah.
the north
I'm
direction
so
of the thing.
confused.
Let me explain one more time. The north tunnel, it begins in the tunnel. It goes through the mountain, through all the mining areas.
Why would we go there?
and then
if
goes
it's
and then
totally-
curves south.
No, let's go out.
I'm just saying it's a
Okay.
longer route,
Okay,
but it's
we're
safer.
we're getting out. I don't care.
Let's just say that. All right. So you head through the city, and as you're heading through the city, Odeon quickly stops at a armor shop and purchases some decent metal armor. Looks like it fits him. It's just a little bit snug because it was made for smaller. It's not totally. It was kind of longer on a dwarf, so it just looked like it cut weird. It still works functionally.
It's a belly shirt.
I mean, no, it's cut here, but it's like a longer thing. So he looks a
It's a
little.
crop top. It's beautiful.
He's wearing a tube top made out of metal. No, he's not. But he did so to increase his AC a bit. What's that? Anyway, so
Odeon's not made of gaming.
no, that's weird. Anyway, so you continue south for quite a while, going through all the streets. As it gets further south, I should say, the air starts to come through, and there's the fresh breeze of the mountain,
Yay.
and you notice it's very crisp and it's nice, and it is
Delicious.
cold where you're at.
Oh, no.
You are kind of all going in incognito because no one knew where you were going. They just knew that you were part of Darash's place. None of you really wore his colors. You were going to, but then you all took them off because you're not sure what was going on.
But we
Well,
took
when
them
you
off
went
because
to
we
the
went to
party.
the
You
party.
wanted to
Right,
stealth. That's
right.
right. I was about to say that, but I was like, anyway, so you start going to the city, and it is beautiful. In other circumstances, you'd like to linger. It's that beautiful. Everything's very well made. People are generally pretty nice here, and the establishments you've seen are inviting and probably a very entertaining city to be in. However, you don't want to die, and
Yeah.
it seems like a good choice to leave at the moment before anyone else gets hurt on your behalf, just for you even being around.
Yeah.
It is nice to be in civilization, but you are now leaving it. As you head to the
Not
south,
what I came for.
you got what you came for.
Finally.
And he stole a book, a very expensive old book that you all needed. Anyway, as you head out the front gates, I should say front, because everywhere is a front gate, and you exit, you finally reach this huge, huge opening carved out of stone. Two giant dwarven sentinels of rock are there, warning people possibly in the long past that if you enter this, there are big stone people that might hurt you. I don't know. It just, dwarves. They go a little bit all out on their rock. And as you exit, you see this really open landscape of jagged cliffs. Everything is very green, but it's also slightly peppered with snow. You see also that there is a path that leads, like they described, down the side of a mountain, and it seems to curve as it goes. You can see it quite a way headed south, but it rounds another mountain far in the distance. So it is the travel the road you must travel on, because it's the only one, unless you plan on flying or.
All right, let's
I
do
think
it.
I'm gonna go that direction.
I'm going to climb the mountain. Parachute. Message retracted. All right. I don't know what's going on down there, guys. Be nice. Anyway, is there anything that you'd like? What traveling? Who's in front? Who's in back? That helps me.
Well, Odeon should be in the front since he knows where we're going.
South. I mean, trying to get to desert.
We're just following the path.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be in the back.
I would argue the more perceptive be in the front or back.
Mind you, it is now dark.
It's dark.
It's probably for the best since you're trying to leave without people knowing about it. Odeon.
How do we know who's
muses.
the most perceptive?
You all, I believe all of you have
Pretty high
I have
perception.
+5.
that, and you can all see in the dark,
Mine's
except
+4.
Alana. She's the only one that can. She's just,
Oh, I finally can see in the dark.
yeah, everyone has dark vision in our group.
Yay!
I think Asimar can see further.
Yeah, I
So
think,
I
I think it was
think- I think one of
120
you-
if I
You go
remember
with
right.
that.
I think Cry will lead up the back just so he can see
Okay.
everything there.
Okay.
Elves are good too, but
And with it being night, I am going to don my puafui.
oh, yes,
Um,
you gotta love that. That thing's a great thing.
Oh,
So
I thought we were already wearing them.
yeah, well,
in the daylight, you
yeah,
shouldn't because they will die within an hour.
yeah,
Oh.
Stop
they
working.
lose.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
they lose their
Oh,
magic
that's right. You told me that.
in the
Okay.
sunlight.
All right. Well, I guess we all do then. We all put them on.
With
Alright.
it being
Now,
cold
we're
too.
like,
I mean, it's yeah.
Shadows. No one will see us.
advantage
Might
on
hear us.
advantage on
Essentially,
stealth.
you are all very quiet, more quiet when you wear them.
Oh, good.
You move as a shadow in many instances. So as you escape
Where are you going?
Nokrashal, once again fleeing another city, this time being hunted by something else, you notice that you. Pro tip: use a clipboard. People don't stop you if you wear a uniform. You have a clipboard. It's true, and always walk like you know where you're going.
Mhm.
I've been in many unwanted places by that. Side note. Okay, so as you head down the mountain for quite a long time, it is getting kind of cold. It is nighttime.
Mhm.
You feel like you're fine. You feel like a fire would be nice, but you also feel that since you are trying to escape, maybe a fire would draw too much attention. Discomfort it's not anything dangerous. It's not anything like you'd lose a toe. But I mean, it's getting to the point though where it's kind of uncomfortable,
Okay.
kind of cold.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, you hear a few noises in the night, different rocks sliding down the mountain, things of that nature. Nothing where you feel like you're in danger, but you've heard a few growls and a few goats losing footing and falling down the mountainside into their deaths. I mean, did you hear that? Side note. Here we are. Okay. All right. Okay. Neat. All right. So as you are walking, you hear above a strange flapping sound. You hear something passing overhead, but fortunately, since you are all wearing puafuis, it doesn't seem to notice you as it passes by, but you can't quite make out at the distance it is. You hear the wings themselves flapping and being quite loud.
So it's large.
It seems pretty large, yes.
Either there. It's that centaur.
Okay. I would have you roll stealth, but since you're all rolling advantage and the likelihood of you rolling 1s and 2s aren't very likely, all of you, it does not see you and passes by without any issue.
Yeah.
You're not sure what it was, but it doesn't know what you are either, so it just continues onward and continues hunting. Anyway, do you make camp for the night or do you continue on? Mind you,
How far are we from?
How many hours have we traveled already?
Yeah.
about 4.
I
So
think
it's-
we're probably safe to.
How long till daylight?
Well, it was only. See, the party was going. It was probably around like 6 o'clock when the party was going. You left, so it's 10, nearing the 11th hour. You don't want to be out past midnight because it's spooky, scary. Sorry.
Well, we probably
We
would
could take
be
like a half
safe.
rest at least.
Yeah. I mean, because we're 4 hours away, and they still didn't know that we knew that they were there. They don't know that we know that they know.
Yeah, they probably think you're still there.
Maybe.
Who
11
knows?
o'clock. It's not too late to be at a party.
It's true. They're like, what's taking so long?
We're enjoying
They're like sitting there
ourselves.
just like, I said they were coming, I know. Shh. Anyway, all right, so you make a little camp.
Do we see any like protected?
Oh yeah, maybe
Yeah, roll perception. Just kill what is chasing you. I find death slows down
17.
most enemies.
14.
17.
17, 14. Okay, with a 17, the immediate location that you're at is a very narrow road. However, there always are little places that people have carved into the side of the mountain for resting areas. You've seen a couple as you've been going. You do know, since it's been a very sequential, like every mile or so, there'll be like a low spot. You do reach one that is a little outcropping, not very large. You're all going to be very tight, confined, but it's comfortable. And at least if you light a fire, it won't be so in the open.
Out in the open.
All right, so is that where you make camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Let's do it.
Middle of the road would have been better.
I think I want to plan on a half rest,
Really.
probably.
Half rest. Elves don't need to rest more than
4
a
hours.
short distance. I mean, they don't even sleep. I think they more meditate
Right.
calmly.
Right.
The good thing about her is that she has alert feet, which allows her to never get snuck up on, pretty much.
Oh,
Oh.
that's right.
So we could all rest, and you could.
And she
cast
could
your-
just be alert. It's just what she does. She's just
Even as
alertness.
I'm meditating, and resting.
Does that count?
I will look that up, but you guys decide.
That's
who's
what I
doing
was
what.
thinking.
I'm pretty sure that
It's like setting up a tripwire.
essentially it's a feat. It's pretty special, but anyway. So who's doing what?
I'm fine. I don't need a rest.
Start the fire.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the fire is lit, and
You
you're
guys can
cooking
go to
your
sleep,
rations, and
and-
you're all eating the best you can. Most of you have your dried foods,
Sweet.
your
dried
assortment
meats.
of dried meats.
Yes.
You had meats. She got the good stuff. So everyone's looking a little bit longingly at her food.
What did I get?
Whatever, that guy gave me better stuff because I paid him so much money.
Yeah, that's how things work. Just kidding. No,
Hey, your words, man, not mine.
that's true. No, you're good. You're all good. You feel well fed. All right, alert. Just to make sure that I have this. Always on the lookout for danger. You gain the following benefits: a +5 to your initiative. Always. You can't be surprised while you are conscious.
Oh, okay.
Other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against you as a result of being
But if I'm not really
unseen.
sleeping, is that being unconscious?
That's a good question. That's up for debate. I will say that you get a roll instead of like an advantage. You just,
Okay.
in this sense, you're not 100% alert. You're just more alert than most people.
All right. Well, I'm.
You get a chance to fight off an assassin,
Okay.
where
Well,
other people
I'm.
just get
I'm.
shanked.
I don't need to rest, so I'm not resting.
Right. So
I'm just
you
going
just
to-
kind of meditate on the side there by the fire.
I'm just alert.
Yeah, super alert all the time.
Eyes peeled.
As if coffee was in her blood. All right, so everyone has
I
a.
am the embodiment of coffee.
It's an uncomfortable in your bedrolls kind of sleep. It gets a rocky ground beneath you, but it's nice. And Odeon doesn't sleep at all. I don't know if you remember that. And so he just
I
sits
do.
there as well. He is a warlock that has serious issues, but he anyway, he doesn't sleep at all. He doesn't need to. That's just something his patron gave to him. So he's awake and he is always practicing or doing something idle to keep time passing. Reading the book is what he's been doing right now. Trying to get a full feature of what these Yonti have to hide or to offer. And he doesn't really find anything during the night, but let's see if he finds anything super special with a 3. He does not. But he definitely likes the pretty pictures. Pictures. So they're snake people. I'm also one. All right.
Okay.
You wake up. It is not even dawn yet, but
Okay.
you decided to do like a half rest.
I'm like, everybody, wake up! Just kidding. You know.
You put out the fire, throw a bucket. Just kidding. Everybody decides to hop right up and get going on the road again. And after, I want to say like 6 hours of just walking, you finally are seeing the mountain range just slowly go down just a little bit. You're going to be walking for a while, like at least a couple days. So let's speed this up. Let's speed this up to day at a time, shall we?
Sure.
All right.
All right.
I don't
Same
know what that
situation as
means,
the
but
day
let's do it.
before. All right. Just had my little notes right here.
Something bad's gonna happen.
What's this book silly? What would the players know?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
You find food.
Yes.
You find not so much food, but as if the only thing about this food is that it's rabbits and they've been set up and there's been a fire recently cooking them, but there's no one here to claim them.
And we're sure about that.
Survival. Roll.
Yeah, we'll look for traps.
Is it poison?
14.
Are you? So you're looking for traps or poison? What are you looking for?
I'll look at the poison. You look for the traps.
Okay. I roll. So
I-
what do you want me to contribute to for traps?
Well, in this situation, you'd be doing like an investigation of the little
Investigation.
area.
19.
19.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, you don't see anything other than a few little footprints of looks like halfling, possibly really small footprints. They look like they ran, but there's no indication that anything is
Nice
chasing
crispy
them.
bacon.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything was chasing them that was like on foot, but
Oh, maybe the winged creature.
made a lunch out of them. It's just like you see in the snow, you'll see like rabbit tracks and then this big like wing imprint and then there's like nothing else.
Mm.
I'm not saying that's what happened.
Yeah. Did you
Um,
find poison?
I don't know. What do I? Just
Yeah,
perception?
this one you'd be doing a investigation as well.
Oh, then 11.
11. You don't see that there would be any, and you're actually quite familiar with poison, so I'd actually have you roll advantage on this. You're actually poison expert.
That's okay. 11 was highest.
Yeah, you don't notice anything that has
Oh, good.
poisons.
Well, hopefully that was enough.
And
Yeah.
your familiar in the background is making little noises at you. Doesn't need to eat. It just makes noises. She actually has a familiar she's part fae, so she actually has a little animal or
And it's
bird.
a joke.
Or,
The familiar is the baby. Oh,
all right.
Yeah, let's
she's
take
wide
it.
awake.
Let's
Okay.
take it.
So you
Well, I don't eat meat.
you do not
so-
need to subtract rations for this day because
Apparently.
you got to eat. And all right, next day, same thing. Like
We
literally,
found food again.
literally the exact same thing.
More rabbits and halfling feet prints.
I mean, not rabbits, just
I know.
various foods,
Yay!
like provisions. Nothing. No, it's just rations.
Right. Found an
Mhm.
apple tree or something.
Yeah, some kind,
Yeah.
some that. So it's good because you didn't run out of rations, which is good because you're about to cross the desert. Anyway, you do reach the bottom. You notice the air has gotten quite a bit hotter here, and it is now the uncomfortable opposite. It's no longer cold. It is now the day. It is about 8 o'clock in the morning, and it is very warm.
So we go from like mountain to desert.
Yeah.
Is that what you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about some of the highest mountains in the world are in desert areas.
Yeah. The doors were living in a high desert.
Yes, they were.
Okay. All right then.
And the bad thing about that is now it's getting hot. So robes and things like that are going to be uncomfortable during the day. You see Odion's already stored his puafui as the sun is now
Wow.
coming
Right.
over the top.
Right.
Everyone has, I assume. And the daytime hits, and it's hot. You guys are traveling in the desert for quite a while. Now it is now sand dunes has gone from rocky desert with cactus now coming to more of a sand dune
And we're
area.
heading in the right direction.
From what you
'Cause,
know,
like, I
Odion is
assume
leading the way.
That the cave would be in the mountain area and not in the desert.
Well, this particular place is not so much a cave as a ruin, but it is a sort of cave. You'll see.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
So you actually, for another day and a half, you get to this place, and you finally see just a little mound. It's been rolling hills of just desert. Actually, that night, let's see what happens.
Oh. He rolled a 20, guys.
You know what that means.
Something bad is going to happen.
Not always.
Well, nothing has happened so far, so something is bound to happen now. I've been the good luck charm up until this moment.
You have been. You've been great. You guys haven't fought really anything. I'm just looking for
It's
the
true.
thing.
Last couple of sessions we haven't fought
I know.
anything.
I'm gonna go for the pacifier.
Well. Sorry. Quick research while she's away. Alright, so tell me how you make camp in the desert.
That is a question.
You guys do have tents, or at least small little one-man tents.
In the desert.
In the desert.
In the desert.
Everything good?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see the battery.
It could die at any minute. We'll just jump right back on. It'll be like
No,
literally like
your
a minute.
battery is not going to die that quickly.
But it could.
It's not your old phone.
Yeah, new phones. Thank heavens.
Okay. All right.
All right. So how do
we
you set
make-
up camp?
So
Where would you set it up? It's in dunes. It's rolling hills. How are you gonna do this?
does anybody have a tent?
Little one-man tents. Everyone. You have a
I mean,
little
it's-
sleeping roll and a tent-ish. It gets pretty cold at night.
Well, then I
Several
suppose
spoons and cuddles up close.
I suppose then we should probably start a fire because it's gonna get cold at night.
Mind you, you don't exactly have wood.
Oh, that's right. We should have brought wood with us. What were we thinking?
We could burn somebody's boots.
I assume that you're offering.
No.
Odion says it was a massive oversight. We have an endless bag. We could have just
Exactly.
put wood in for days.
Well-
Yeah.
It's okay. We had to leave in a hurry. Who'd think of that sort of thing? Now we
should
know. From now on,
Well-
we just put everything
well,
we
then
see into the
fine.
bag.
We just cuddle up close then, like you said.
It's not, I mean, it's not that cold. But Odin's like, oh, okay.
Oh, no.
So, same as before, sleeping wise? Is that what you're
No,
gonna do?
he's gonna be Odion's awake, so I'm gonna
Odion's
rest.
keeping watch.
And I'm gonna they trust him, so I guess that I'm gonna try to.
Okay.
And
I still don't.
So, and I hope this makes sense, but my I didn't add my second favorite terrain, but it would make sense for it to be desert since
Right.
we want to go after the Yonti,
Yes.
right?
Yes. And I
That
already,
makes- that makes
we'd
sense,
already
right?
talked about that.
'Kay.
So yeah, we just never wrote it down.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
that
just,
is
just thinking about it. Just
no,
yeah.
no. By all means, keep doing that because there are things that we absolutely need to have.
Yeah.
Hashed out. Your favorite terrain is a big deal as a ranger.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So yeah. All right. So now you are about midway through the night, and suddenly you hear a sort of hoofs like going across the desert. The strange thing is that it's very insect-like. You hear two in succession, like one stops and you hear another move. You're all huddled together, no fire, so your position remains relatively hidden. However, it is getting louder and closer, and you definitely believe whatever it is headed in your direction. So you're all kind of in a tent you kind of put together. Odion immediately springs up and puts on his coiffe and starts running out of the tent and trying to find a place to hide, but it is very not a place where you can hide. But by evening, it's quite bright in the desert, the reflection of the moon on the dunes, and you see quite clearly. I know she's over there just talking.
She's wide awake today.
I know she is. So, what you see coming through the desert.
Ew.
Yeah, so they see something called the Tlin Kali. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Let me show you that. That thing. Anyway, they see two of them, and they are skittering towards them, and they are like centaurs on scorpions.
Are they aberrations?
I don't think so. I think they're just called monstrosities.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
She's super
I
active
guess
over
I
there.
need to get her again.
She just wants some attention.
Kids.
I know, our kids work against us sometimes. It happens. But this is how you see how we truly live. Anyway, roll initiative.
Yeah.
Because they don't look like they're coming to talk. They're actually,
Hello,
holding,
sir.
they're actually holding these broadswords, and they are terrifying. They actually seem armored, but it's actually like chitinous. It's just bug-like shells on them.
They're like roaches.
Yeah, it's like
Scorpions.
It's like scorpion roaches.
Centaur scorpions.
Centaurs. Yeah, it's really messed up. They're not a good thing to have around.
It's
My
a-
worst nightmare.
It's a mantis
My
scorpion.
worst nightmare is scorpion men. Right. They're really messed up. Anyway, let's get going. Roll initiative. What'd you
21.
put me?
And I'm +8, right?
You have +8 to your initiative?
Yeah.
Well,
'Cause
she has
I have
plus
a
5 plus her
Yeah.
normal
Because
initiative.
I
Yeah.
have the
It's-
alert feed.
She has alert. Meaning she pretty much always goes first.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a 20.
No kidding. I rolled a
Which
21.
is funny because
I
I
got a
always
21.
I always go last.
All right, so what do we got here? Who got the highest? You got the
You
highest?
did
21.
You did. Okay. In.
by 1.
That's right.
I
It's
still
important.
go last.
That's important. You had a +8. I had to win.
And then, all right. Should probably put Odion in there because he was last. He rolled a 1. All right.
That's usually me.
Yeah.
I usually roll 1. And then
Anyway,
I'm making towers
What?
with my
Wherein you
dice.
see these things coming towards you as you're exiting the tent, and they're about 60 feet away from you, charging toward you.
Mm-hmm. I am going to cast snare in front of one of them, the direction that they're moving.
Nice. All right.
And they're still like coming towards us, like charging.
They are.
Okay.
And you know snare?
Yes, it's one of my spells.
Yes, but you know what it does.
It traps them. They need to make a dexterity save, or they're
Okay.
hoisted 3 feet.
Okay, and what is your saving throw? Oh, what is theirs? None of your business. What is yours?
I'm assuming it's this, or do they
Yes.
have to beat my roll? So they have to be a 14.
It got 12. So
Hurrah!
immediately the first one that's coming right at you just crumbles and starts rolling through the sand at the speed it was going at.
Uh-huh.
It seems like it took some damage. So need this. Here. You can have that. I'll take this.
It's
weird one.
mine.
All right.
How dare you?
Okay, so it stumbled through the dunes, kind of hurting itself on itself. Nothing tremendous, but it definitely slowed it down. Spider-Man's minions. All right, so nice. Bonus action. Anything else? Are you moving? What are you doing?
I'm going to draw my scimitar
Okay.
and just sort of try to flank them.
Okay, so when they come, you want to move around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you make let's say a left. You kind of like
Yeah.
half circle, semicircle in the direction that they're heading. All right. Next we have you.
Okay, so sorry, I was reading my arrows.
No, you're fine. Oh yeah, she's got a lot. So you can use 3 in a day
Okay.
of these special ones. You can use if you miss one, just normally. If you miss one, you have an ability where you can roll again to see if it hits the other one.
Oh, that's right.
So you can like curve your shots if it misses.
Okay. All right.
It's pretty
and
cool
so
ability.
You injured one.
Yes.
Okay.
The injured one, it toppled over. It's now actually prone. But yeah,
Okay, and the other one's right behind it.
it's charging right
Okay.
towards you guys. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to which one was I going to do? I've read all of them, so now I don't understand this one that says piercing arrow, that it doesn't cause damage. What does that mean? No roll needed, fires in straight line, passes through objects causing no damage. Oh, other objects.
It just goes.
Wow.
It goes
It
straight
affects
through
objects.
anything.
Oh, I see.
It just goes straight through anything, but it only hurts people.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna
Oh.
do.
I mean, not
gonna
people.
do
Anything that's living.
Creatures.
Creatures.
bursting arrow.
Okay.
Energy detonates after arrow hits all targets within 10 feet. Get 2d6 force damage.
That's awesome.
Okay, so what do I roll?
Roll an attack
It's been
on
a
which
while
one
since
you're
I
aiming
did
at.
this. The one that's charging.
Okay.
Because I'm hoping that it's going to be in like the 10 feet.
The good news is if you miss, you can always roll again and aim at the other
Okay,
one.
and so what do I add to this?
You add your dexterity bonus.
Um,
So I wrote everything down right next to it. So
Okay,
let me just
so-
show you. So that's your roll. So d20 plus 6. Oh, sorry. This is your longbow. Plus 8. So yeah, that's a hit.
okay,
And then that's your damage.
plus 8. Oh,
Yes. And then the oath bow is different.
Oh,
I
okay.
put it on this sheet right here. This is your
oh,
oath bow.
okay.
So actually, when you draw it, it says it actually you hear. So as you're pulling back the bow the first time, you actually hear the words for the
Oh,
first
yeah,
time.
This is the first time I've done
Swift defeat to my enemies in Elvish. She's the only one that hears it, and it's just like this, like a woman's voice in her head. Swift defeat to my enemies, and she's just like, what? And you don't have to, but you can mark someone as your nemesis. And
Oh,
if you
that's
hit that
right.
person with it, it does a lot more damage
Okay.
to it. But if not,
Well,
it still is.
That means that I made it my nemesis, right? Or whatever, not nemesis.
Target becomes your nemesis.
Sworn enemy.
Yeah. So sworn enemy. Yeah. So
Okay.
she
All right,
can
well,
have
let's
as
just
many
do
as
the
she wants.
bursting arrow.
So just one at a time.
And I did 13 plus 8, so.
Okay,
and
there's
then
now roll your damage, which is a
2d6.
yes.
That's what it says right here. Right?
Well, that's your
No,
extra
no.
damage.
That's my extra.
'Cause your
okay.
bow-
I'm sorry, guys. It's been a while.
No, you're
since
okay.
I've
We're
done
we're
this.
just getting it all. This is the
Right.
first time we've actually fought.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's
Yeah.
been a while.
Damage is 1d8 plus 3. What's a d8? Right.
Yeah. You're
Right.
right,
Is
yeah.
that what I'm doing? Looking
Mhm.
right here? Okay.
Sorry, I was just making sure.
That's a 10.
I'm gonna double check. I think the one does something different, but let's see.
Is that an 8? This is the 8.
Yeah, that is a D8.
Oh, good. Yes, 8. 8 plus 3.
Nice. All right, so your arrow
So 11.
flies. Yeah.
And then okay.
So your arrow hits him. 8 plus 3, 8 into 11. All right, so the one that you hit immediately just like it explodes, and you see like even parts of like the armor just like come off it as you hit it. The second one also takes damage,
Do
and
I-
do roll the additional damage.
1, 5.
So 5 additional damage of bursting. So just like a force energy. All right,
Okay, so I only have 2 of the magical arrows I can use per battle or per like.
per day, per short rest. So anytime you make and short rest can be an hour.
Okay.
So you'd like use them as you will.
Okay.
And your bow itself is really good.
I just thought that would be good to get.
Yeah, no,
to
that's good.
pick
Okay,
out.
so first attack, that was epic. So she releases the bow as it says this. You actually have to say the words when you fire it. This part, when you're swift death to you.
Oh, swift death to you who have wronged
me.
me.
Yeah, so you just instinctively say this as you pull the oath bow back, and you release this arrow, and as it fires, it's just a normal arrow, but as it goes, you just see energy start welling up on it, around it, and as it strikes the target, you just see this massive explosion, and the sound of it alone is extremely loud and shocking to everyone around you because you've never seen what she could do. You're just like, oh, elf with a bow, you know?
I am way too loud. I'm the loudest elf in the land.
Just go kick him.
Kick down the door.
That seems to work.
After I misty step over the trap, I'm like, "Hi-ya!"
Very strong hit. It caused damage. They are a little bit hit pretty painfully. Anyway, next we have Cry, who just launches a little sun bolt at them at a distance, and he hits the one that's on the ground,
I
and
believe that's die 4.
it is a die 4, and does minimum damage, but he hits it, so it's something.
Watch out, the book is getting close to the baby.
All right, I'll look that up in a minute. All right, next we have Alara, who just actually goes into a defensive stance with her. Alana.
I'm Alara.
She's Alara.
Why do you like the sounds at the end and at the beginning?
I don't know. I rolled like a huge thing for her name. It was just a random. Anyway, and now she just went to defense. If they get close to her or anyone in 5-foot radius, she's going to wreck them. All right. It is now their turn. The one spends his action, half his movement to get up, and draws a bow that it has on its back, and takes a shot at you. 14 plus 1.
Miss.
It's a miss. Oh, this is a weird looking W.
It looks like you. I was like, you. You don't have
His
any
name is
letters.
Wooren.
Where's the butt?
If you guys are above 5th level, his sun ray does d6 damage.
Oh.
Oh! Right. I'm actually going to reroll it. Thank you.
There you
I
go.
haven't done his because he's normally here,
Yeah.
but he hasn't been for a little
He
bit.
hasn't
So,
been since we leveled up.
okay. That's better. That's better. 4. Nice. Thank you. We're new to these characters as well, so if you see something that you want to say, please do. I often read your comments, except if they're like, yeah.
Unless you're writing a song.
Right.
You can't get through
Which we
all of it.
appreciate anyway, because like writing stuff. Maybe. All right. Next one. He's upset that he missed you, but he's still moving closer. He fired, and he's very upset at the blow that hit him, but he's kind of heading in your direction.
Wait, I didn't kill that one. I just blew him up slightly.
You blew him up slightly, but he fired at him, and as he charges forward, he takes you see him pull out a chain.
This is
and
the
it's
same guy that
spiked.
shot at me?
Yeah, and he's not going for you, he's actually going for her. So he
okay.
shot at you as he's passing you, because you're headed to the left. He tries to get a shot off, and just misses you, or you strike the blade. I mean, whatever you ended up doing. Just to, oh! Okay. Natural 1.
Huh.
I always roll natural ones.
Yeah, terrible shot.
And Alara, you can shoot twice. Of course, I forgot that. You have an extra attack every time.
You guys had just mentioned that too. That's
yeah.
fine.
I'm going to let her go after this natural 1. So with this natural 1, you get an attack.
Extra action.
Auto reaction.
Extra action, you're a fighter.
Is that right?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
always get an extra action.
Well, thank you.
And during the day, you can also do an action surge where you can go once more.
Okay, so I can.
You can just go
attack.
get... But first, he's going to
Okay.
make a mistake. So as he's going to... He pulls out of this chain with these spikes on it and starts swinging it around, and he comes charging towards you. And it's almost like he's never been in the desert before at the amount of tripping he's been doing. He trips, and as he's coming in, his chain kind of wraps around and slaps him in the side. It's not much damage, but it's more embarrassing to his pride as a Tlinkala.
I'm sorry.
It's like a martial artist who's trying to pick a complicated weapon.
Right. Like he should have
Hurting
just
himself.
stuck with a sword.
So its head, is it like a helmet or?
It
is
looks like a helmet, but it's got little mandibles and things.
It's
So-
a
natural
Okay.
armor. It's just the way it was.
and
born
and
bred.
same with like the chest and stuff.
No, he doesn't have that one yet. Thirsting Blade, no.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna do a normal arrow, and I'm going to aim for where I assume his heart would be, since he kind of looks humanoid.
Right. Okay. Your second arrow just
4 plus 8.
well, and even at the distance he's coming to you at, it's a little bit of a disadvantage anyway because he's now really close to you with the bow. But you actually don't. I believe you don't take any disadvantages for your particular bow. All right, so you fire at him, but it misses, and he's still coming at you, but he's just moving around. And all right, now it is.
Oh wait, curving shot. If you see your shot is going to miss, you can.
You can redirect it. Yeah, roll again and try to hit the other guy that's on the
Okay.
that's not on the ground.
Ha! That's much better. 17.
Nice. The arrow whiffs it past him, but almost like it was intentional, and heads back towards the other guy, and everyone's
Phew.
watching. Is
Thank
this?
goodness for that,
I mean, no
guys.
one's ever seen this before.
It's like what's his
Wanted.
face from Guardians.
I was thinking Wanted, where they curve shots.
I was thinking of the whistling guy.
Oh yeah.
8.
All right, so the other arrow embeds into the other one, doing
8.
nice.
Yeah, two or whatever.
Have only one of them gone? I lost track. I think only one of them have gone.
Yep.
And that was the one that was on the ground. Okay, the second one, he's actually coming up on you.
Who's you?
You.
Okay.
Because you're making the most distance, and he sees you kind of away from the group.
Okay.
That is a hit for 16 plus 3, I mean.
Mhm.
And he is attacking you with his melee, which is a sword. 6. And then he's going to do one more. And the other one misses. Alright, so he comes in with a slice across your chest. It just comes up so fast. Just the way his legs are moving, it's almost off-putting the way he's just coming at you really quickly. Slices across your chest, and just as he's going to come down and hit you again, you deflect with your scimitar. Ready this time for a second blow. It is now top of... no, it is Odeon's turn. And he doesn't like these guys at all. In fact, he doesn't like these bugs. So...
But watch where you're putting the papers.
I know. I apologize. So he casts Blight, which is a 4th level spell. And- Okay, and he hits no problem. 14 plus 5. And they take 8d8.
8?
Yeah, he saw it hit him, and he's
So you have to roll 8 times?
8d8 Constitution save, necrotic.
That is crazy.
So help me here.
Yeah.
All right, 6, 8,
14.
4,
18,
18.
23. 28. 34. Let's see, no, 35. 36.
Okay, so the one that just struck you suddenly.
Well, they have to do a Constitution save, right?
Yes. Thank you for reminding me that. Oh, he actually beats it, so he takes half. The dude's roll saves for Blight. It isn't an attack. Oh! Either way, he hits him. And unfortunately, he doesn't do the full damage of it. He takes half, so half of 36.
36 is,
I don't do math, guys.
You're looking for half of 36? Is that...
I'm going to make sure on that Blight.
18? I think 18's half of
Yeah.
36.
Let me pull out just to make sure
I'm
on
like, what are we
Blight.
doing?
That it's an auto hit?
Washes over creature with a choice, whether they see within range, draining moisture and vitality from it. The target must make a Constitution saving throw. The target takes 88 on a failed save, half damage if it's a successful one. This has no effect on undead or constructs. Okay. Alright, so it hits it, but it takes half the damage. And what did you
18.
come to?
18.
Sorry, we have music going, I swear. And I will put the link in the description of who this belongs to. Alright.
I think that might be too bad.
Alright. just some slight background music, so it's not just dead in the water. All right, so you see the one in front of you that just sliced you, and you deflected, suddenly overcome with this energy. You see it like shirk it off, but very much so. You see it is, I mean, like most bugs that are shitness. I never know if it's a CH like an SH. You know, shittiness. They are very liquidy in the center, and if you see it just like really deflate a bit, but it seems to shirk it off, but very wounded by that sort of encounter. All right.
My laugh woke you up.
I say things. All right. How much did you guys say it was one more time?
18.
18. I swear I'm gonna get that right. Okay. It is now your turn.
Okay.
Top of the round.
Right. Okay, I'm going to.
Maybe she'll let me put her down now. She's asleep, but
You could try.
probably won't. I'm trapped forever.
She will never let you go.
Oh, she won't.
Never let you go. All right. What's your
I
plan?
am going to hit him with my scimitar. I've already got it out.
Okay.
And I'm going to apply planar energy.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, you can pretty much. I think you can do that as much as you want.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure planar energy is something you can do.
As far as I know.
Yeah. Just go ahead now. I mean, guys, we're loosely off rules.
It's,
We're never like
17.
It has to be 17. That
Yeah.
is a hit.
So it's gonna be.
And then both of them are still
They're still alive.
okay. And still
Both
fighting.
wounded, both fighting, both alive.
They're both standing, like up.
Did they
not
take
like
slashing?
from-
I mean,
I assume.
make
Yeah.
an attack on it, and I'll tell you.
I was like, wait, can we know?
Nice
that?
try. You almost got me.
That would be 15. Yeah, that's 15.
She's so big.
Okay. 15 damage.
Yes.
Sweet. All right. So which one were you going for? The one that is
The
attacking
one
you?
that had just hit me, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. All right, so you jump up and slice at it, and actually one of its front legs, really spiny front legs, very praying mantis-like, you chop off a portion of it, and it screeches out this terrible sound. Very, very unusual sound. Yeah, and it just reels back in pain. Still up and fighting, but
It's reeing.
you're perfect. All right, it is now
My turn.
your turn.
All right. So, is there one that's closer to me, or are they both like the same? Like, where are they in
So,
relation to me?
Yeah, to you, there's one right next to you, and there's one further away. You'd have a better chance of hitting him at a distance than the one up close, unless you drew your blade.
How can I just draw my blade, or does that take like an action?
In my games, you can just draw your blade. I don't like to do like you switch. I just say you put down your bow near you, so you can just grab it and do something.
All right. I put my bow into the sand, and I draw my moon-touched blade because it's pretty awesome.
And as soon as she draws it, there's an immediate sound of an ad. As soon as she draws it, you hear, you see it. Sorry, you see that it's got a very beautiful like hue to it. It's actually like a moon-touched blade, and so it glows. In
Well,
the
I know
dark.
what my sword looks like.
I know, but everyone else
Oh.
sees this like light up, almost like Sting from Lord of the Rings. But
Okay.
yeah,
So the one right next to me, it's like really close to me, like within like where I can.
yes.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm gonna attempt to slash it. I'm gonna see the picture again. Let me see what it looks like. I guess just like maybe I'm gonna slash off one of its like arms, like one of these little praying mantis
Okay.
arms.
All right, I see what you're saying.
All right. Yeah. Yes. 18 plus 6.
That's a hit. That's a definite hit.
Okay, and then what does this mean? One hand and two hand?
So
Well, I
if you're
guess I'm
using,
using
so if
two
you're
hands
throwing
'cause I
with
put
one,
my
yeah.
bow
Tell me
down,
what you're
so-
doing. Make sure you tell me
Okay,
before
yeah,
you're
sorry.
using both
Yeah.
hands to
I
fight.
said, well, I guess I am because I put the bow down.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't
No,
know.
no, no, you're okay.
1d10. What's the d10? This?
D10's that. Yes.
Okay.
It's the cool looking one. I love that one.
Okay. 4 plus 3, so 7.
Nice. Okay, so you don't quite hack it off.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, by the way, Mr. Reed.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a battle.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we will miss things. Like, for instance, the monk can do more. But here's the thing. I don't like doing all the NPCs because
Yeah.
it feels like I'm just playing a game while my friends are here.
Yeah.
So I'll let them do stuff, but mostly it's about these two. So, and if they miss something, yeah, you can mention it and sometimes we'll get it. So, anyway,
Yeah, especially because I'm new to this character
that is correct.
and haven't played in a while.
All right. Yeah, that was a very good hit. It didn't cut it off, but you sent it back like it's now worried because you're now brandishing this glowing blade. Not quite intimidated by it, but it's definitely
What?
concerned that there's a glowing blade that struck it. It didn't do any additional damage. It just
He's fascinated by it.
yes.
Oh.
So pretty.
And I have extra attack,
Thank you, Mr. Reed.
right?
You do.
So I can go
You
again.
can go again, or you can
Okay.
do an action surge and go once more after that. Fighters are really cool.
So
I
I'm
really
going
overlook
to...
them when I'm.
Okay, so sorry, I want to see the picture again.
You're good.
I'm just gonna take
Frame of
this.
reference. I will need it back.
I
I
know.
want to take off that leg and that leg and that leg.
It's very visual. It's good.
So I guess I'm gonna go for the other one because I'm trying to like disable it.
Okay.
So 17,
17 is a hit.
and again I'm two-handed. I didn't
Yes, it
just
is
suddenly decide to do a one-handed. Oh, D10.
Yeah, she's
That one?
just carving it up right now.
6.
Nice. All right, so hitting it, the same. Are you hitting the same spot or different?
A different.
Okay, so-
the opposite.
So you hit
yeah.
one side, hit the other.
Yeah.
Okay. So she comes down adeptly with
Thing. I
two
can't
very
demonstrate
strong
'cause I'm
hits.
holding my familiar.
Laura cuddling her familiar in the middle of
Okay,
the fight.
you see it. You see it
I
backing.
love her.
You see it backing away
She's
now.
so cute.
You can see it kind of rethinking its strategy, and it's backing away from you and trying to get away from you, which actually draws an attack of opportunity, because it's kind of fleeing, in a sense. So make an attack roll on it again.
Oh.
Anytime something is within 5 feet of you and retreats or moves
Oh.
by you.
I did
Okay, you swing at it, but it misses. But it's just it bats it away with this chain thing that it has. Just kind of smacks
that
it.
it suddenly remembered how to use.
Correct. Well,
Suddenly, miraculously.
all right. Now it is
And was
do you
like,
Cry.
oh yeah,
It's Cry's turn.
I don't know how to use this.
Would you like to play as Cry as well?
Could.
Since he's your twin and you did
I
it
will be
that one
both
time.
twins today.
Just you were a monk once. You understand monks just a little bit better than I
yeah,
did.
that's true.
So
that's
if you
true.
if you
I
don't
never got up to this high of a level though.
right, you can just do something. You don't.
Right.
It could literally be a run.
It's
up.
Christ's turn.
Yes. You
So
can say I run up and kick it, and that would be enough. It just
Right.
helps me keep on
right.
track.
So Cry, you know, he's feeling a little bit left out on the action, so he's gonna run in with Step of the Wind, and
I don't
just
know how much longer you can keep going.
he's gonna do a
Pushy.
high jump, and he's gonna combine it with a Searing Arc Strike.
Okay.
So basically casts Burning Hands,
Oh, okay.
essentially.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You also have the rule book in front of you. Awesome. Cool. That helps.
So
I do too, but
There's a lot going on.
I can't just be like, hold on, everyone, time out, 15-minute break.
do you know what the damage on Burning Hands is? By chance?
I can find out in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, faster than I can.
All right. Burning hands. Okay. I know he has to put his hands together and point at them. One
Yes.
action.
And he's gonna do it from like left, clear up in the air.
3d6.
3d6. Yeah.
Yes.
So he rolled a. Let's see. What's his bonus?
I don't even know if he has one.
Probably his dexterity, right?
We'll just say
Since
that.
he's a monk. So he rolled a 14. Is that a hit? 3d6.
I mean, loosely, yes.
Ooh.
Not great.
He does 6 damage.
Good enough. All right. Good. All right. So thank you for that. It is now Lana's turn. She's now moving a little bit to your side. She sees that he's been making shots at you, so she's gonna try to get in front to deflect any arrows if they come at you. She sees that you've got some power and an amazing bow that also you can curve things. She's kind of amazed by you and wants to kind of be near you. She feels pretty safe by you. She's not gonna make any attacks. She's gonna stay close just in case it charges you again.
Okay.
All right, and now it is their turn. All right. So the one that backed off has now drawn his bow, and Odeon is unfortunately a little bit more out in the open. Who no longer has an AC of 11. Just
Yeah.
change that.
He's got his belly shirt now.
Yeah. Great. I can expect fan art. All right.
His tube top chain.
Okay. Makes a multi-attack. First one's a miss. Second one's a miss. The third one's a miss. So
Odeon's a dodgy character.
firing 3 arrows at Odeon, I'm gonna say he misty steps around a couple of them as he's going to add some flair to the situation, and just kind of cool. Luckily, missed all 3. You saw that. All right, now the one that's attacking you rolls an 18 plus 3
Okay.
Oh no.
on its first attack, which is its long sword, and it's a D8. It's a 4 plus 3.
7.
Alright, so 7 damage. The next one, it comes down with its tail,
Okay.
trying to stab you with its tail.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
Oh no.
Ay, ay, ay. Alright. 1d6.
This is the second time you've done that for me.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Yeah, you did a natural 20 before.
So it's a 1d6 plus
Not in
3
the fight,
piercing,
it was-
which
yeah.
is. So it's 6. So you double the roll, so it's 6 and then plus 3. So
18.
15.
Wait, it was 6 plus 3?
so you damage the. I'm sorry, you double the 3. Whatever you roll.
So
So,
you end up
you
with
6
6.
and then it's plus 3.
Oh, so
Oh,
9.
9.
So 9. So that was the damage of its sting.
We're all confused.
However, there is, as soon as it strikes you in the shoulder, it suddenly just lurches forward and its tail just stabs into your shoulder unsuspectingly, and it didn't hurt that bad, the sting,
Uh-huh.
but suddenly you start to feel this insane amount of
I'm hearing voices.
yeah. You're also hearing voices. It's insane.
Oh.
You then take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Okay.
and then one more. 16, 17, 18, 19, poison.
Okay.
Oh no.
19. Okay.
So the actual strike, luckily, was the thing that was doubled,
Uh-huh.
not the poison. But still,
Yeah.
you felt quite a kick when that thing struck you.
Yeah.
How are we doing over there? doing okay?
Still alive.
How do you feel?
Still alive.
You're okay?
Come on.
Oh, you just suddenly are overcome with
it
this
burns.
intense burning. It's a little bit. It sucks.
Okay, so both of them. Okay, where is that one that I was attacking? You said it backed away.
It backed away. It's not moving towards. It's not moving towards him. It's moving a little bit further up a dune,
Okay,
taking
alright.
shots at you guys.
All
but
right.
quickly, Odeon's turn. He's going
Oh,
to
that's right. Sorry.
Misty Step towards one as his bonus, and then he's going to strike it with his hex blade as he curses it. Oh, nice! Good job, Odeon. Dealing 4 plus 3, 4 plus 7 damage to it. You actually see that it's the one that you've been fighting, but now he's close to it. He takes a strike and he hits it. It's actually quite stumbly at the moment.
Rumbly bumbly.
Okay. All right. Now it is your turn, Wyron.
Okay,
Wyron.
I'm pissed.
Naturally.
This thing
You're
really
also
got
in a
me.
lot of pain.
I'm in a lot of pain.
You ever been stung by it?
I'm gonna pull on my
giant-
necrotic shroud.
You
Going God mode. I'm pissed.
Ethereal wings erupt from his back that are all skeletal,
Yes.
as he is a fallen Asimar.
The creature has to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
If they fail, they become frightened, and they also take bonus damage.
I'm so making fan art of Armorless Nightman, whom I don't know the name. What class is Scimitar Man? Are you talking about
Class? Yeah. My guy
Horizon
with the
Walker.
scimitar. He's a Horizon Walker Ranger.
Oh no, he's not evil. So Fallen Aasimar can be evil, but in the sense that they're the sons of a celestial named Azrael. Sorry, a little timeout side note,
Yeah.
just for background sake. He is.
It's more of like yin and yang.
It's yin and yang. So you've
Yeah.
got Cry, who is a protector Aasimar. He is a fallen Aasimar. They're not necessarily fallen. It's just that's what they're classified as in the book. He got like a darker side where he uses like the Celestials' raw anger and power to fight, whereas Cry got the Celestial glory style where he grows like beautiful wings and they're not like there. But anyway, so
Weirin's a neutral alignment.
yeah, he's like in the middle there.
Yeah.
He he's not evil, but he
Right.
definitely shows some tendencies to mess people
He's got
up.
some dark stuff in there, yeah.
He's had a big past.
So, anyways, yeah.
All right,
Did he? How do you do on charisma?
He rolled a 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a
4.
fail. Yeah.
He's terrified of you.
So, yes.
Also, he's very wounded.
Yes. Great. So that means he's gonna take an extra 7 damage just because of that.
You can also hit twice too.
Yes, I can. Yeah.
An extra 7 damage.
So I rolled a 17
To hit? Yeah, it's a
to
hit.
hit. So yeah, he's taking an extra 7 damage plus my 7 9 10, so 17 damage.
How do you want to kill him? That's it for him.
Well, he's chitinous and gooey. I'm just gonna, do like I did with that
The basilisk?
basilisk. Yeah, slice him open.
Alright, so you slice right up the middle, and
Yeah.
you have to hit really hard. You did. You come up really hard with this, like, it's almost like the wings themselves give you this extra boost, and the necrotic energy that went through him at the same time just split him open, and there's just black and disgusting blood goes all over you. In fact, I want you to roll a Constitution saving throw because of it.
Okay. Constitution, you said?
Yes.
That would be a 3.
Oh, you are dead.
I hope not.
No, he's not dead. Where'd my D6 go? Where'd you? Oh, it's over here.
Just throw
Ooh,
your dice.
okay. Alright, so you just feel that poison again all over you.
Okay.
But it's not bad, it's just, it hurts you.
It's not
But-
bad. It just hurts.
It's just like acid a little
I'm-
bit. That's fine.
It's just a little acid.
I mean, everyone gets a little bit every now and then.
I'm not done yet, though. I'm going to use...
Yes, Bruce, you would be.
I'm going to use my Zephyr Strike, and...
That's the first time you used that. Or
in
in
this
a long time.
in probably 4 sessions, yeah. And I'm going to rush the other guy, the other Scorpion guy.
Scorpion Guy is a good name for him.
Yeah,
isn't he?
Scorpion Guy.
What's your name? Scorpion Guy 1?
No.
Alright, so
yes.
he's within range, barely, but you could get to him. Zephyr Strike just really increases your speed a lot.
Yeah. So that would be a 12. Is that a hit?
It is not a hit. You come flying up the dune, just sprinting. It's almost like the air itself is pushing you. You come at it, make a strike, and he sees you coming after you just murdered his friend. But the acid all over you really just made it a little bit more difficult to hit him, and he doesn't deflect it so much as he just moves out of the way as quick as he can, just missing him. All right, it is now your turn.
All right. So I grab my bow and I put it in like back on me. So I have it.
Gotcha.
And
While this was going on,
start running, but I do Misty Step, and I have my sword, and I'm going to Misty Step to him, and like hopefully like with the force of the teleportation, I can really like drive him drive it in.
All right, I want you to roll for it.
Okay. I hate when I do like these big like
Cool
attacks.
things and then just
And
roll
then,
a
like-
1 or
Yeah.
a 2, a measly 6.
15.
15 is exactly a good hit.
Okay, and then damage, right?
The armor is
Okay.
very thick.
So, because I have the sword like this.
Okay.
With
So
two
it's going
hands.
for like a stab. Okay.
Mhm. So, do I still do?
I want you to roll your damage, and I'll determine if something else happens based off that damage.
But I'm saying, is it still the same? Because I remember when I was Freya, I had different rolls for slashing and piercing. Is it the
Yeah,
same?
that was just that specific long
Okay,
sword.
I was just
No,
making
you're
sure.
good.
I think it's certain creatures are
Okay.
resistant to certain types of damages, so you don't
Okay.
get those bonuses
Sure.
on them.
5 plus 3.
And it was a versatile blade, so it could
Yeah.
switch.
5 plus 3, so 8.
Okay, so 8 damage. You do that. You slam into it out of nowhere. You suddenly just suddenly appear right next to it, stabbing it. Are you kind of on top of it? You want it to appear a little bit above it?
I want
so-
to like knock it down.
Okay. As you hit it,
So I can get my
I want you
sword
to
back
actually
out.
roll a dexterity saving, just so
Is that this?
that's d20 as well. Let's see how well you're doing this.
What's it at? 6.
Plus your,
What is that? This right here?
these are your saving throws.
Oh, okay. Oh, 9.
9. Okay. It's bucking a little bit, and you're having a difficulty hanging on. You do get one more attack unless you do an action surge, which in case you get 2 more. But you get 1 more attack.
Oh, okay. So, I guess I like pull my sword out and like do a cool little flip thing.
An elf flip?
Yeah.
You pull a Legolas.
And
Alright.
then I sheathe my sword. I'm like, what's the word?
You sheathe it?
Sheathe my sword and I grab my bow and then I'm gonna do.
That's an epic move.
I'm gonna do. Well, I'm an elf. Okay.
I'll-
I'm thinking. Legolas,
I will let
okay?
it slide.
Let me do it.
It's a lot
Okay.
of dexterity.
You're gonna have to roll something for it.
Fine, whatever.
Roll 1 on your jump. Just fall off.
Well, I've got that before. I do another bursting arrow.
Nice. All right. Okay. Some things are gonna happen. I'm gonna have you do some rolls.
Okay,
First,
that's fine.
I want you to roll a dexterity for your acrobatics.
Is that this?
So yes.
Okay.
Each one.
Yes. Okay.
So add your acrobatics to it at the top.
Oh, 16 plus 6.
Oh dang.
Mhm.
You
See,
you
I'm
do.
an elf.
Yeah. I mean, heck, you do that. You actually, the force you pull it out and sheath at the same time, you kick as it bucks back, giving you an extra boost. So you'll go about like 8 feet in the
I
air.
can mix it like my vision comes to life.
And at the same time, with fluid motion, as you've done this, I swear you've done this before, and you pull out this arrow and you fire. Now I want you to roll an attack roll with this arrow. I mean, it's kind of hard to miss. You'll hit near it.
Right.
I mean,
15.
that is a hit. Directly, again. And it hits you. Now I want you to roll 1 more dex as you are now launched through the air with the force that is now hit. It's pushing you away as you hit it.
17.
And then you land perfectly in the sand behind it.
I'm the
Now I want you to roll your damage.
Oh, damage. Okay.
You did all that well.
Oh.
That was awesome. That was worth
I did
that was
this
worth
with-
another thing to draw.
Oh. Okay. Do
I'm not
I
an
do?
artist.
I do initial damage
And then the
and then the
effect.
exploding
Correct.
one, right? Okay.
That was awesome.
I
Way to make
have-
it cool
I
for
have
us.
this- I'm sorry.
Since the music isn't working and ads come on more than anything else.
Yeah.
D8 plus 3. Okay. So 6 is the damage plus
So 6 is the damage.
plus 5 plus 4, so 9.
Nice.
That's 9.
And as it launches you back, so you fire and it goes boom, just this huge burst. And it actually, the force of it sends you a little bit further, but
I'm
you
so
land,
glad that
you
worked
land in the
out.
sand and kind of skid down the sand dune a little bit as you fired, and you don't really want to let off that you weren't sure if that was going to work, but it worked, and you landed quite finally away from it.
I'm so happy because I always do like complicated weird things and then I roll back.
Yeah. All right, so you could use an action surge to go once more. You can use that once a day, so
I can use it twice per rest.
twice per rest.
An action surge.
I'm not telling you to do
So
it, but
yeah, right now. So since I
I've definitely
You
hit
know.
you.
So
Yeah.
I already have my bow, John.
You sure
so
do.
I just do just an
Your arrows are all magic, by the way. Everyone you shoot ends up being magic.
So,
at this level.
Yeah, so I just shoot an arrow, not like one of my whatever special ones.
Right.
And just I'm aiming for the head, like the eye.
Okay.
Because that's like the soft spot.
All right.
Not.
You definitely got its attention. It got
Yeah.
lurched forward and it's looking back at you at what is going on behind me. The arrow zips past
8.
it and it dodges it. It knows you're there and it's very concerned, but not much it can do at the moment
Hey.
because now
Can't all be.
it is Cry's turn.
And Cry.
So relieved that worked out.
Action Surge allows for 2 more attacks. One
No.
more.
Well, it says extra action.
You're
on
also
turn.
higher level than you used to be,
2x
so
per rest. 2 times,
2 times.
per rest.
you can do it twice.
Okay, fine.
It's your Action Surge. I apologize. I actually forgot about that.
Well, I was thinking that I could like
save one.
save it. That's what I was thinking.
If you want, I'm gonna allow that, and you have to use
Well,
that
I
on your
might-
next one.
I
though.
might as well. I'll just
Okay.
do my minus.
Alright.
I misunderstood.
While you're looking up your
I misunderstood. So, but I didn't do it.
okay, 2 arrows. Let's say at the same time, trying to be fancy. Just zip right past it, really close. Right?
As long as it was really close.
It was close. It
Okay,
actually
thank
made
you.
it nervous.
Okay.
It's
thank
you saw a tear, but it kind of like hit it
I
at the same
appreciate
time.
Something to know about me.
She
I
likes
hate
to be cool. Hates missing.
Like,
Because here's the thing, she's trained. Why would she miss? So there's got to be a reason. He's a
yes.
skilled fighter. He blocked one.
So
and
I
the other one-
appreciate when he says
it like,
like
it nicked it, but nothing happened. It like okay, you hit it. Why would you miss? You hit it. It
Thank
just
you.
bounced off at the angle, right?
yeah,
'cause it's
okay,
the
thank
armor.
you. I appreciate that because it like makes me so mad because I'm like all about the story and the character, and it's like why would she suddenly like,
Yeah.
would she just
Yeah.
She's trained her whole life. She's an elf. She's, well, I think you're 130, which is still like childish. I mean, not like childish, but still in the child range
Young adult.
of a young adult of elvish. Because the first 100 years, you're technically called by a younger
But
name.
I appreciate he still lets me do something cool even if I missed. Technically.
Hey, I ain't missing
A
just
rock
like
fell in
everyone
your
else.
shoe and threw off your balance.
You've never been on this terrain before.
Yeah.
See, I love it. Thank you.
I got you, babe. You keep doing those cool things. I'll help when I can. 130 years young.
So Cry is going to throw a radiant sunbolt at it.
Is he now?
Yes.
Trying to give it a little.
If he can get it. Yes, I think that's a hit.
What is it?
17.
Yes, that's a hit.
And he rolled a 6 on that now. Correct.
Nice.
So 5
3.
plus dexterity.
He says 3 radiant sunbolts.
Oh, with 1 key point?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I'm trusting Mr. Reed. We'll just go with it.
13 plus
So everyone's ganging up on this one.
16. And then
Whoa.
he's also...
16
the other
damage?
one's dead,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He split it open.
Nice.
He can do it 3 times a turn with no key points. Okay, that's
With no,
what-
so he doesn't cast key on it. Awesome.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. Please join us every
yes,
time.
seriously.
You're like the walking dictionary. You're like one of the coolest people ever. Thank you so much. We're not
and
totally inept, but these are all new character classes.
Right.
It's like
It's a learning
we're
experience.
we're just showing you how Xanathar's Guide to Everything really works. We're not sponsored at all. It would be cool if they did though.
Plus, he's gonna hit it with the flurry blows,
Go for it.
doing 9 more damage.
Nice.
How is this thing still standing?
Right?
It's been blown up twice.
He's pulling a it man on him.
Yeah, just we both took Wing Chun at one point.
Yeah,
It
we
was
did.
really awesome.
Yeah.
We saw a kung fu movie. We're like, we could do that.
Yeah.
And then we did. It was
We took
awesome.
Wing Chun, yeah, it
we
was
started to
great.
be able to fly. It was insane. We had to stop because our awesome levels were getting too high. People were hunting us down to fight us.
Yeah.
It just was too much. All right. Anyway,
Is it still alive?
gosh, I don't know. Yeah, it's still alive actually.
Jeez.
But it is now its turn because Alana is just crying quietly. She actually is really cool, but I don't have time to do all the things. Okay. It runs at you.
Ooh.
Doing a 15 plus 3 to hit. I imagine that does. Your AC is
Barely.
17. Yeah, just barely. So it comes at you full fury. Its mandibles freaking out, just coming at you. It's terrifying to look at. it swings at you and slices you across the arm. You come up with your bow, trying to protect it with the bow, and you realize you don't want it to break the bow, and it comes across your arm, slicing through your leather armor, and it's not terrible. A 1 again, so it cuts through your armor just enough to give you a scratch. Nothing
So I
terrible.
have 1 damage.
1 damage. It then does a sting attack on you.
Oh.
14 plus 3.
Is this my
17.
Is that my
Yes, and I do the rule, if it gets to your AC, advantage goes to player. That's just the way I've always done it. That's the way I always will. If you don't like it, sorry I upset you. All right. All right. So what happens is the stinger hits your armor, but you're backing up enough from that last blow that it actually it gives you like a bit of a push. You feel the stinger and you kind of grab it with your hands. As it enters your armor, you push it just enough where it doesn't get into your system, which is quite nice. But then it comes at you again with its sword, spinning in circles, rolling a natural 20.
You
Balderdash. It's okay. It's a D6. It's not gonna do much. It's a 4, and that's 8, and then plus 3, so it's a number.
11
It's not bad,
plus
but
poison.
it definitely
you said
sent
that this
you
is
reeling.
my health,
Permanent health, and then you just right beneath it,
right?
you're negative.
Okay.
Yes. All right, so it strikes you like directly in the chest this time, and it knocks the wind out of you and sends you reeling backwards.
I'm still okay.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
fine. It was a
Okay.
hard hit.
I'm still good.
You're like, I've had worse. All right,
Alive.
I've had worse.
your turn.
It's just
Odeon
scratch.
is doing something. Secret.
Right.
You just started to read again. you just like
I'm just
sits
gonna
down.
read.
You guys got this.
I'm gonna Zephyr Strike it again.
No, he's actually far away at this point.
So Zephyr Strike doubles my distance on movement. Is he more than 60 feet away?
No, you came to attack him and you just missed. So you're like right next to him. Well, actually, no. He went to attack her, so you
Right.
could get to him in 30 feet.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna.
It increases your jump altitude as well.
The Zephyr Strike does.
Yeah, so if you wanted to jump attack it too, I mean, you really could.
Right.
I'm just saying it also increases jump, not just speed.
Okay. Yes.
It is. The sunbolt is confusing.
So that's gonna be with the Zephyr Strike. That's gonna be 14.
We're at 7 and 8 level wise.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah. And
Oh. You know what? A 14 technically isn't a hit,
It's not a hit.
but she's hit it twice with a blasting arrow and some shitness armor. I gotta not fight these things, guys. Has blasted off of it. I said that the first time, so I'm gonna drop its AC by 1. I think that's
Alright.
fair.
Alright.
If it did it to you, if she did it to you, your armor would be flying
Right.
everywhere too.
Right.
So I'm gonna let a 14 slide
Alright.
because it would make sense.
Yeah.
Some parts have been slightly more open. I don't like to favor players too much. You'll see me kill people sometimes, but I think that's fair, narratively speaking.
Oh wait, that's the wrong dice.
I just rolled a d12.
Right. I was like, wait a minute.
I'm amazing. Wait a minute, that's numbers not on my dice. Roll a d4. 12.
So let's say 11, 16 damage.
Ooh, nice. With that hit, you see it. And how are you hitting
No,
it
that's 18 damage. Yeah.
specifically? Ooh, 18.
Yeah.
Yes. With that hit, it's barely hanging on, but what did you do to it?
I'm delimbing it.
Okay, so you're going with like a multi-attack delimit.
Yeah.
Alright, so
And I already started.
Yeah.
so the front are both off. The side, like, it dropped 2 legs and is stumbling back and just like this very uncomfortable surrender.
We're gonna make it a worm.
It's not quite. It's not quite down, but it's not quite up either. But it's your turn.
I can't believe this thing is still alive.
Right?
Yeah, they have pretty good hit points. I mean, you guys have massively done some damage
So
to them.
I'm going to the tail, the little stinger. I'm gonna try
There
to
you
cut
go.
off his tail because I'm tired of that thing.
Okay.
I'm bad. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled for a second, but I didn't.
It did.
It wasn't a hit.
So that means
Yeah.
Thanks, Dan.
I put my bow away while he was doing whatever and had my sword out. Right? I can do that. You let me do that?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I do allow those sort of shenanigans. As long as it makes
19
sense.
plus 6.
That is actually a miss. It's weird, but I'm just kidding. It's a very
For a
strong
second
hit.
there,
I know you
I
did.
was like, uh-oh.
It's late enough for her to believe it. So that was cruel. It's weird. It suddenly regained all of its armor plus.
It actually has a
Using
second
you.
head now.
And wings. It's not.
11.
How do you want to do this?
I just want to cut off its tail.
All right.
That's what I was doing.
So, as he's cutting off the limbs, you see it turn towards him, and you just jump up, just slice its tail, and just sprays everywhere. Constitution saving throw as well. Nice. You see the blood splatter. What happened to him? And you immediately dodge out of the
I'm not
way as
doing
it
that.
just misses you and just starts spurting
I'm
onto
like-
the ground as this black ichor from this chitinous monster as it starts reeling and it starts skittering away from you all trying to get away, but you see the blood loss and everything that's happened to it. It suddenly just fades and it leans over onto its sword and it screeches at you one last time and just flops over dead. And that is the end of your initiative.
Phew.
You are now out of it, and 6 more come over the top. Just kidding.
Until next time.
No, that was it. That was
Right.
it for
Okay.
that interaction. I'm just kidding about the 6 more.
Okay.
We're gonna be here all night.
I'm going to tell everybody who's been damaged. Is it just Alana and me who were damaged? Did anybody else take a hit?
I don't know if anyone else did.
I'm Alara. I
you're
know it's
Alara.
confusing
Yeah, it is.
because
yeah.
the names are so close.
Yeah, so close. One letter difference. Yeah, so I'm going to go over to Alara and cast a healing spirit.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Because
Yes.
I am.
Dan Reed. So listen to this, guys. Just looked up Cheatin in the dictionary, and apparently it's like a K sound. But who says it that way? I know, right?
Kitness?
Kitness? But it sounds like they're made out of kittens.
Cats.
I've always heard it chitinous,
Yeah,
like
that's-
CH.
Yeah, that's how I've always.
But don't spell it away if it's not that way. Like, people, come on.
Thank you, English.
All right, so what were you doing?
I was casting healing spirit.
and
so
what did
we
that
could
spirit
both-
look like again?
It was. Oh, that's right. Was it a badger? I can't remember what it was.
I don't know, but it certainly would be awesome if it was. He cast like a...
Yeah, badgers eat scorpions. It's a badger.
So just like this little ethereal, just like glowy badger just kind of hangs out by you guys, and your health goes up when you're in its proximity.
Goes up to what?
It goes up. Unless you move out of it,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So-
it's
Good
it
Right
heals
there.
you.
yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, this is nice.
So I'm like healed completely.
By the glowing badger.
Yeah. Yes.
All the way. You are
Okay.
now all healed. The poison effect is now worn off of you. It's almost
Hooray.
like sucked out of your body. And the badger just kind of like smiles and makes little badger sounds.
It's like a
Your familiar is actually playing with the badger. They're just like dancing around each other. And I mean, it's good. It's a nice little what in the heck just happened to us moment. And also there's a badger. You've never seen it. You're just like, this is happening. Am I hallucinating? Did I actually get stung? These are all questions that can be answered next time. Are you guys done for the night?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought that was a
It's
good.
like
That's a good stopping point.
I mean, Badger
And
Paradise.
we fought something.
You did,
Right, for once.
and you guys didn't
We
die.
killed them.
They
Yeah.
were a pretty decent fight.
I don't know. They got me pretty good.
you were pretty close.
I had about 18 hit points left, if that.
That was maybe like
That's
halfway.
not good because if they hit you like one more time
Right.
with one of those things,
Right.
it could have been death.
Yeah.
Right.
That was pretty
Luckily,
far away.
they didn't. I don't know technically if I should have added the poison as double
Per
damage.
turn. Or,
But-
oh, yeah.
But honestly, I feel like it was the actual initial hit that was doubled.
That makes sense.
Well,
You're the DM. Whatever you want to do.
It's what I
exactly.
want to do, guys. It's what I
Yeah.
want to do. And you know what? Like, Dan Reed, Mr. Fantastic of the night. I think the MVP goes to him for all the additional help.
Inspiration point to you.
Yeah, use it as you will. What? The K as in itten.
Kitten. Yeah.
Kitten.
Chitin?
Kite.
No,
Chitin.
he's saying I as in I am this. Kitten.
Ah,
Kittinus.
kittiness. Well, it's definitely not the one that I said. But the point is that we all learned something. We all learned something tonight.
Yes.
All the words. Anyway, so next week we're not going to be here, but the week after we are, and expect one more. Hopefully.
Yeah.
And we may even have another after that. Who knows? But this group, we are here, and we do things. I mean, anyway, we really appreciate you guys. All the comments, all the rewatching, and all the fun stuff. And likes and all that fun stuff. But anyway, we'll let you know on Instagram.
Chitinous.
We'll let you know on
Kindness.
Instagram if there is anything updated. But that's always on the page. And also, if you want to read more about it, I'm going to post beneath the world. It's still work in progress, so some cities are going to be missing entirely. And some changed. And some gods changed names and things like that. But anyway, you'll just be able to check it out day to day as I lose my mind. All right, thank you so much for watching. And may your rolls always be natural ones, just not natural ones. And we'll see you when we see you. And do you have a Twitter? I do, but I posted 6 times on it. I'm going to do more. If you are on Twitter, Dan, if you're on Twitter, I'll start posting things on Twitter. How about that? But you better check it and let me know that you're there, because I will be like, there's no one looking at this. I'm not familiar with Twitter. I'm not a tweeter. I'm not down with that sickness. It's late. Guys, I'll see you next week. Next 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks.
But I'll post.
This week's.
I'll post things. All right. See ya. Bye.
Bye.